Number 1, it says 2/3 of raised gardens in the shape of a rectangular prism is filled with soil. How many cubic feet of soil are used in the raised garden if it is 6.3 feet long, 3 feet wide, and 1.5 feet tall? I'm going to show you a raised garden really quick, but the key words to this say 2/3 of it. So we got to find the length times width times height, but we got to find 2/3 of it. So you approach it how you think you should attack the problem, and then we're going to talk about it in a minute. Okay, so I put the formula here. I said length times width times height, and it's 6.3 times 3 times 1.5, which gives you 28.35. That is the volume of an all-the-way full raised garden, but it's only 2/3 full. So the option is to multiply it by 2/3, okay, which is hard because it's 0.66666 repeating, right? Okay, so the other option is to take that 28.35 and divide it by 3. That's going to give me how much? Okay, so that's going to give me 9.45. That is 1/3 full. Does that make sense? So how can I get 2/3? Well, I could double it. So I'm going to go 19. I think it's 18.9. 18.9, okay? So 18.9 is my answer. Okay? So that's pretty good. Okay, let's look at number 2. Number 2, in the late 1400s, Leonardo da Vinci sketched a parachute like the one shown below. So guys, this is the parachute right here. Okay, this is the parachute. This is a rectangular prism. These are the strings coming down on the rectangular prism. Okay? If a man is divided with a length, if he's provided with a length of a gummed line cloth with a length of 12 in each side and 12 yards high, he can jump from any height whatsoever without injury. According to the dimensions given by Da Vinci, what is the volume? Okay, that's a rectangular prism here, guys. Rectangular pyramid, okay? So we should know the formula for that. So I want you to write down the formula, and I want you to solve this problem. This should be the simplest one on the paper. So length times width times height. Which is 12 times 12 times 12 divided by 3 because it's a pyramid. So 12 times 12 is 1728. Divided by 3 is 576. Number 3, a piñata is made from a rectangular prism center with a rectangular pyramid. Okay, I'm going to change some of the numbers, so it's going to be more like a cube in the center, and we're going to make this 20. Okay, so there are 4 of these. So whatever you get for the volume of that, there's 4 of them. So multiply it by 4. And then there's 1 cube. So you should have 4 things here. So a total of 5 different pieces. Okay. So once you get the volume formula for this, you multiply it by 4 and then add the cube in there. Okay. So think about how you would solve that and solve both. On this one, I would have done length times width times height divided by 3 because it's a pyramid. So we got 20 times 20 times 13.5. And then divided by 3. And so, oh my gosh, I should have got 1,800. So the volume for 1 is 1,800. Okay? So the volume for 4 would be times 4, which is 7,200. Anybody get close? Okay, so that should have been just for the 4 of those. So now we have that cube, which we decided that was length times width times height, which is 20 times 20 times 20. So 20 times 20 times 20 is 8,000. Okay, so if I add 8,000 in those little pyramids, it's 8,000 plus 7,200, which is 15,200. Is what your total should have been.
How did you get 1,800?
I did 20 times 20 times 13.5. Divided by 3. 20 times 20 times 13.5 is 5,400. 5,400 divided by 3 is 1,800. Okay, it's pyramid. So looking on 4. A brand of speakers in the shape of a triangular pyramid. So it tells you it's a triangular pyramid. Right there, the inside of the speaker is filled with the acoustic components. How much space in cubic millimeters? Okay, so what do we do for the volume formula? And it's a triangular, so it's divided by, okay, so set that up. Length is 120, width is 140, height is 125 divided by 6. I would have done this and made that 20 times 140 times 125. So 20 times 140 times 125 is this big O number right here. It's ugly. Okay, so you didn't see. Do you see where I got all the numbers from? No? I use this one, and this one, and this one. Length times width times height. Then I divide it by 6. Okay, a shoebox. What's a shoebox? Rectangular prism. Okay, so shoebox here. Okay, it has a, what's the formula for a rectangular prism?
Base times height.
Big B times H, but then what do you fill in this one? It's a rectangular prism. Do we divide by anything? No, it's just plain. Length times width times height, right? Okay, so it gives us some information here. It says, has a volume of 693. So on the volume spot, I'm going to fill in the 693, right? Okay, on the area of the base. What is the area of the base? It means this big B, which now means this length times width, right? It's 126. So really, I'm gonna rewrite this just a little neater. 693 equals 126H. Okay, think of that H as an X. Okay, so we're solving for the missing value. So if I had this, just a simple one, okay, how would I solve for this X over here?
You would do the opposite.
I would do the opposite. I would divide by 6, divide by 6. X would equal 3. Same thing goes for here. 126 and H are multiplying. So we're going to work backwards. So the opposite of multiply is to divide. Divide by 126 here. That cancels. Divide by 126 here. It should give you an answer, and I need you to find it.